Hello, Fantasia. I'm Tony Timpone, co-director of international programming. Hope you enjoyed our international premiere of Daniel De la Vega's On the Third Day. Daniel's been a fan of Fantasia, and also we've shown many of his films over the years, including White Coffin and Death Knows Your Name. He's directed several other movies like Jennifer's Shadow and written scores of other movies down in Argentina. This is one of his best films yet. I'm glad you were able to enjoy it. And it's my great pleasure to introduce now Daniel De la Vega, direct from Argentina. So we'll jump right into the Q&A, Daniel. You know, Fantasia has shown a couple of your movies in the past. White Coffin was a world premiere. We showed Death Knows Your Name. And what I love about your films is that each one is very different. You know, no two films are alike. You have a very unique perspective on the genre. So I wanted to ask you, as a writer, is it difficult to create fresh material? Is it difficult to find fresh material to direct?
Well, it's a good question. You know, I don't know, because I don't have a good answer. I know that I'm always looking for a good idea, and I don't like any idea, you know. I don't want to spend 5 years on a movie if I don't like the idea. And this is the most concern for me. You know, I always looking for new idea that, I get excited about it. It's not so easy. But it's true what you say about, you know, always I am looking for something different. But I discovered that I found some connections between, for example, White Coffin, On the Third Day, and my next movie. Oh. You know, you are always looking for something different. But you know, White Coffin and On the Third Day are connected because I think without planning, I was working in a trilogy about mothers. Because the movie is about it. And what was something that I discovered, 2 months ago. And I will start to shooting in maybe in 1 month and a half, you know. And I discovered that anyone was different. Anyone are different, you know. But you know, I found these connections. I'm not Dario Argento, no, you know. I'm not talking about mother theologies. But yes, I was working on a theology, and I didn't know. You need to discover, it's amazing, you know, when you discover this kind of thing, because you don't know. You are always looking for things that you like it, or you are connected emotional connection. You are looking for emotional connection to the story, and sometimes it's difficult. And yes, a lot of time doing this, you know, this seeking.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, that's perfect. On the Third Day is based on a novel by Gonzalo Ventura, correct?
Yes. Well, I get known about the story because Gonzalo Ventura, he gave me the book. I read it and I really like it. I felt some connections between Richard Matheson and Gonzalo Ventura. I'm talking about the pace, especially about, you know, I Am Legend. I don't want to talk so much, you know, because it's important to don't tell about too much about the plot of the movie On the Third Day. Or the original movie is called 3 Days. The movie is called On the Third Day. Well, I fell in love over the story just because I understand the author vision. At the beginning, you know, I read the book and I like it. It was okay. I really love it. I think it was a great book, and Gonzalo is a great writer. But when I start to talk with him, I understand his vision. I like the way that he works over the story, the way that he looks this genre, in particular this genre. You know, it's part of the plot is don't talk about the genre. You know, the movie is multi-genre. It starts like a drama, becomes a suspense movie, maybe a policial story, and the horror appears at the end.
Right.
But you have a full spectrum of genres, and because of that, I fell in love with the story. And just because the author shows me his vision, and I understand.
Right. By the way, this interview is going to be appearing after the audience sees the film. So we could actually talk about the ending, and there won't be any spoilers because they'll have seen it. Just so you know.
I work a lot to hide. Sorry, I got a cold. He's in the winter here in Argentina. Yeah, I hide the plot. Every time that I am talking with the press, I say, please don't talk about the story. Don't talk about the genre. You know, it's the of the movie. Yes. Well, yes, I really like this movie because of that. Because it's a different that has a different approach to the genre. You know,
Right.
we are talking about a vampire movie. You know, and I want to be honest. I don't like vampire movies. I watched almost everything about vampire movies, and you know, I love it. I like it. You know, but it's not my favorite genre. I like it, but this story was different because I found in the story, in the approach, you know, the vision, the point of view of the story, something interesting about the structure, about the way of the things in the story, the montage. The story has some kind of shape that you need to respect, because you can tell the same story in a linear way, but it's not the same. You need to the point, the dots, you know. And I like it because of that. You know, I don't enjoy so much. I love, you know, I saw a lot of horror movies, vampires movies, but it's not my favorite genre.
Right.
But this
movie. Yeah. How faithful is the film to the novel?
Well, we made an intense job with the author. We work a lot with Gonzalo Ventura and Albert Fasse. They were the screenwriters. For me, it was safety, you know. When you are writing a script with an author who wrote the original novel, for me it was perfect because, you know, I'm working with him. And, you know, we discussed almost everything, every point. Well, you know, at the end, you lose some characters, you lose some parts of the story, you know, you need to choose. But to be honest, I think the spirit is there. The connections are there. For me, I think it's very similar. It's a respectful work, I think, about the original novel. I think that they have the original author of the novel and working on the screenplay. And for me, it's just like, you know, for me it was perfect. I don't feel any, you know, concern. It was okay for me. We discussed almost everything.
Many of your films have very strong female characters as your leads. Do you have an easier time writing these parts for women?
Well, I don't think about that. You know, I don't used to think about that. I just do what I think to do. It's something, you know, about my guts. I try to connect with the, you know, when you are working in a movie, you are connected with the characters, and you think as part of the audience, because I am part of the audience. I'm always doing movies for me, and it's the way that I understand the world, you know, and it's there in the movies. I always feel like I am naked, you know, in front of the audience, showing me and all my good things, and, you know, the things that I want to hide but are there because, you know, it's impossible to hide that. But, you know, I want to be honest, it's an instinctive way of writing or creating. You know, I need to be connected with the audience and the characters. And I am the camera operator in my movies. And it's not something that a detail for me, because I used to interpret, you know, I used to do the role, the audience role. You know, the camera for me is like the audience. I think as the camera is the head of the people that are watching this movie, and I'm always thinking when I'm working the mise en scène, I'm always in the shoes of the audience, you know, and the camera is the audience, and I'm connected with what is going on with the character and what is going with the audience, and the camera always is going to be in a position or in a movement that is connected with each other, you know, and I'm always looking for that.
Right. Actresses must really love these dramatic, emotional characters you write. Was that the case for Mariana Angelieri?
Sorry, can you repeat the answer?
Actresses must really love the characters you write for them. Was that the case for Mariana?
Yes, she fell in love with the story. She read the script in one night, and I received his call in the morning, and she said, "Well, I will do that, you know, because I love it. It's a great character. The transformation, you know, the beginning at the end of the character. You know, you see all this trouble, you know, and I think it was a great opportunity for her because she loved it.
Right.
She's a great actress. She's a great actress. Very, you know, and you know, it's for me was perfect for this kind of movie. You know, for the genre movie. You know, it's perfect for the role. I really think that was a great option for the character.
Where did you find her? She's so good in the film.
Well, she's a great here in Argentina. She made a lot of movies. Maybe she never had a principal role. Is the way of this is correct? What I say? She's the main character of the movie. Maybe it's the first. Is the main character. She made a lot of secondary roles, but this was the first time that I remember. Sorry, that I see she working as a protagonist, lead actor, as a lead actress.
Right. Okay. How did you explain the character of Cecilia to her? We see 3 different versions of her throughout the film.
Well, we rehearse just a bit, to be honest. I don't like to rehearse, and we are always working together to find everything about the character, because I really believe that the movie, I used to do movies at the moment, you know, with the camera, with the actors and the actresses. And yes, I like to rehearse and find all the stuff, all the details that, you know, you can see in the movie. But, you know, at the end, the movie is you do the movie at the moment you are doing the movie, and because of that, I always feel that I need to be connected to the moment and the action and you know what is going on there now. No, you know, it's not a theoretical way of working. I need to understand what is going on with the movie at the moment, with the camera and the actresses and all the things that she try, you know. All the things that I ask for her is, for me, it's like a work of discovery. You know, I need to discover there. I don't want to think at home here. You know, it's going to be about a movie that is going to, or the character is going to becomes. No. It's something, you know, that comes from my guts. To be honest, it's not an intellectual way of working. To be honest.
How did you? What kind of advice did you give her when she becomes a vampire at the end? What kind of direction did you give her for her ultimate transformation?
You know, she's so smart. She don't. You know, she read the book. She read the script. She understands perfectly what is going on, and she get fun. You know, and I get fun with the movie. You know, I enjoy a lot doing that. You know, it's not. We understand the character from the beginning. Is someone who is looking for his son, and you know, and she kills him. You know, this is the story, and this surprise at the end. She discovered at this moment this. You know, she was able to show this. You know, at the audience, and for me was, you know, work with her and put the camera in the right position to show his expression. And you know, it's for me, it's a way of work that, you know, you need to see there what is going on with the movie and what is going to happen with her, and the connection with the lens and the camera angle, and you know, after that, the sound, the correct sound, and the music, and the, you know, the montage is going to be the correct montage for the scene. For me, it's the shape we work together to find the shape of the movie. And it's not a theoretical way of work for me.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the look of the vampires, especially the ancient vampire at the end, what you were going for. And also if you could tell us a little about the actor who plays the ancient vampire.
Oh, yes, yeah, I have a story there. Well, I started, well, first, it's an Argentinian movie. We don't have enough budget that, like other countries. We love the movies that we are able to do because we love movies, but we don't have budget, and we always work hard to find the way to release the best possible movie. First of all, I start talking with Javier Botet. I spent maybe 3 years talking with him, but at the end, his salary was the entire movie. For us, was impossible. And I start to find a way to something similar, like Javier Botet. And here in our country, I found a hospital that, that gave treatment to people that have Marfan. Marfan is a kind of illness.
Right.
And well, I found 4 or 5 people that were able to work in a movie. We are here in our country have 300 people that have this illness.
Oh.
And well, I find 5, and I found this Matias Dominici, who worked on TV. He has 2 meters and 12 centimeters. Is huge guy. And
We also.
yes, but was perfect for the role, and he loved the opportunity that he takes for this movie, because he used to say that he felt like a monster when he was young, and this movie gave him the opportunity to be a monster. A real see him in other way, and for him was an amazing opportunity. Well, the design of we talked about him about El Antiguo, the oldest. The oldest was a design from Martin Canale. Martin Canale designed the creature. He's a great sculptor. And he gave his work, he was so generous with us, because we don't have enough money to do, this kind of movies, to be honest. We need the help of a lot of people to find a way to do this kind of movies. And he designed with the Monster Lab crew. They work together and find a way to see to the monster that you watch it there in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. The scenes with the bad priest character, it's almost like torture porn. Did you need to pull back at all while you were shooting those scenes when that was so violent?
No. I feel free to do these scenes, because the actor, that is a well-known actor from our country, Gerardo Romano, is perfect for the role, because I felt he was connected with the role. I was perfect for the role. I don't know. I don't feel any concern. I felt free to do anything, because he kills a lot of vampires, not people, not women, vampires, people that doesn't exist, that are not real. Because of that, I felt free to do anything. It's perfect. The vampire structure is perfect to tell stories about things. It's the perfect excuse to symbolize, to find the metaphor of different things. And for me, it was perfect. I don't feel any concern about. I don't, Yes, he killed a lot of people, but it's okay, because are monsters. Yes,
great.
Are not people.
What were the toughest scenes to shoot?
Good question. Anything in the movie was difficult, because we don't have the budget. We are always working in the line, in a thin line. If we have a great crew, because they believe in the story, they believe in the movie, they believe in me, they believe in the cinema, and because of that, we found a way to do the movie. But it was a difficult movie. The montage was strong, on a strong work. Was difficult because I have a lot of options. I work as I did the edition with Gatti and Martin Blusson, and was tough, because we have a lot of options, and you need to find the way to tell the better way the story. It was difficult.
I see. The scenes with the monsters, the vampires, were you influenced by Hammer films at all?
Always. The oldies, I love the horror, the old horror movies. To be honest, the Hammer films are for me are in the bottom of my heart. I grow up watching these kind of movies, and well, yes, I can say. Well, I like a lot of horror movies, from the 80s and the 70s. But Hammer horrors are for me the perfect example of I'm always connected with the kid that I was. I'm always doing movies for him. I was a kid who really loves the Hammer's movies, and I sometimes think that the kid that I was is going to be, proud of me. If he can see the movies that I will do, he will get proud about me. And I'm always working for him. I'm always doing movies for him. And I think he will be happy to be me in the future, because I really love these kind of movies. Yes. I'm connected with the kid what I was, and he maybe is happy and proud of me.
You worked with American actresses on your first film, 2004, Jennifer's Shadow. You had Gina Phillips in there, and of course the legendary Faye Dunaway. Why don't you cast from the US anymore?
To be honest, after Jennifer's Shadow, I made Dead Knows Your Name, a movie that wasn't released in a correct way, to be honest. And was a painful experience for me. But I forget it. The most important thing is I'm Argentinian. I love my country. To be honest, my country always support me. I made all my movies with the government support. They really support me, and I feel like I'm connected with my people, my country, and we need our own movies, horror movies. I love American horror movies. I love England movies from England. I love the Indian movies. I love cinema, but we need our own movies, and because of that, I work for my country, and because my country support me. I know I don't have enough money. If I work in other country, maybe I get more money. I know I can. Maybe I will be able to do better movies. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm connected with my people, my country, and we need our stories. And because of that, I keep working in Spanish. But well, if in the future the opportunity appears, it's going to be okay. It's work for me. It's not a problem. But I want to keep working in my country.
Great. So what's next for you? Tell us a little more about the last film in your Mother trilogy that you were working on now.
Well, you will see in the Fantasia Film Festival next year, the Last Retic. Yes, we are working with my partner, Néstor Sánchez Sotelo. We made, with him, we did On the Third Day, White Coffin, and right now we are working in the next one. He made Mete Miedo, a movie that maybe you will release one day in the future. Well, the Last Retic is going to be happen in 1 month and a half. I'm excited about the story, and I want to release, I want to know what do you think about the movie. And well, I'm right now in the pre-production. I'm discovering things about the characters, and keep working on the story. And it's a supernatural thriller. I want to say nothing more, because it's you need to discover the story. But it's a supernatural thriller. I don't say nothing. Yes, it's different. It's going to be fresh. I think a different story. Yes, it's talking about things that I'm really interested. I really want to tell. Things that I really want to talk. And I'm using the genre again. I'm using the genre to way to say different things, and I think you will enjoy it. You Film Festival, Fantasia Film Festival. Well, I want to say something because I saw your shirt. Yeah. I want to tell this story. Maybe I told you before, but I know you since I was a teenager. When I was in the cinema school, I used to read the Fangoria magazine.
Oh.
We are talking about a time before internet. The only way to know about horror movies was Fangoria horror magazine. And I was like some kind of freak at the cinema school, because no one liked horror movies. It was weird at the time, I say, and some people make fun of me just because I like this kind of movies. They say that Fangoria was some kind of porn magazine because in the middle you have this grotesque, just gory pictures. But I really love it. And I remember I didn't read the magazine. I scanned the magazine. I start from the beginning, the first letter to the last paragraph of the magazine. For me was, something that I connected with my passion. Sometimes I want to go back and to feel again the same, this passion. Right now you have internet and you have all the information there. It's different. But Fangoria for me was, the Mecca, La Mecca. There, everything was there, and you were there, and because of that I know you. For me, it's an honor to release the movie in this film festival with you in Fantasia, because I like the energy, I like the people, I like the kind of movie that you release there, and you, because I connect with the kid that I was when I see you there, because I enjoy to know almost everything about horror movies, and there was the place to know about horror movies.
Wow, that's so nice of you to say, Daniel. And I've certainly been connecting with your films, and it's been an honor to program them at Fantasia. And I can't wait to see the next one.
Yes, I want to see it. I want to do the movie and see it. It's a lot of work, I know, but I love to do. I'm the happy person. I'm the most happy person in the world, because I love the things that I am doing. I'm working in things that I really love to do. I choose this way. Sometimes it's painful because it's not easy, but I love it. I love to tell stories. I love to do horror movies in my country, in Argentina. I want to keep telling stories well, and if you have this space there, this place to release a movie is perfect. For me, it's a great opportunity for the movie, for the Argentinian people who are doing this kind of movies. Thank you for the Fantasia Film Festival.
And thank you as well, Daniel, and congratulations on being part of the 25th anniversary of Fantasia. Yes, I'm Tony Timpone. You could read more about the festival at www.fantasiafestival.com. And Daniel, where could people read more online about your work? Do you have a website or a Facebook page that you could direct people to?
You will find almost everything about me there in www.danieldelavega.com.ar, Argentina.
Perfect.
You'll find there everything.
Terrific. Thank you, Daniel. Wishing you great success and happiness, and keep making movies.
Oh, thank you. We'll see the next year, the Last Retic at the Fantasia Festival.
In person, too. All righty. Take care. Cheers.